Okay, hi students. So this is the follow-up video that I'm making for lesson 9, which I promised that some of you that I would spend a little bit more time talking about because it is a challenging lesson. So this is lesson 9. The lesson is called Area and Perimeter. Let me go ahead and share the screen. So this is where we left it when we ended our lesson today. As you can see, yes, it is crazy looking. That's because each one of these problems actually requires 2 different calculations. In order to solve them, you need to find the perimeter and the area. Let's take a quick look at this problem, which we skipped over, the guided practice. It says, describe the length and width of a rectangle that has the same area as the one below, but a different perimeter. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to pay attention to, let me see if I can get my highlighter. The first thing I'm going to pay attention to is the fact that it says, what do they want that is the same? In this case, they said same area. Okay, so I'm going to pay attention to that. So I'm going to go ahead and calculate the area of this rectangle, and I'm going to do that by doing area. Okay, remember, my crazy looking pencil here is doing its best. The area of any rectangle is found by doing the length, that's cursive L, times the width, that's a W. Ooh. So the length of this rectangle is 8, and the width of this rectangle is 3. When I do 8 times 3, I get 24. So that means that it would take 24 square yards, trying to circle this 24 square yards to cover that rectangle. So whatever other rectangle I make, I want it also to have an area of 24 square yards, but I want it to have a different perimeter. So now I need to make sure I know the perimeter of this rectangle. Now, perimeter is simply adding up all of the sides, but you might say, oh, then the perimeter is 11 because 8 plus 3 is 11, but you'd be leaving out 2 sides. So make sure when you have your rectangles that you always label all 4 sides. So if you know that 8 plus 3 is 11, this is 11 then, and this is 11. Then your perimeter can be found by doing 11 plus 11. So then your perimeter would be 22. So whatever other rectangle we make, we want it to have an area of 24, but it's not going to have a perimeter of 22. All right, so then wish I had a more workspace somewhere. I'm going to do it right here, okay? But this work is going to go with that problem. I'm going to put it right there. So what I'm going to do is draw another rectangle. Aw, mean. It's not going to let me do it up there. Okay, I'm going to do it down here. I'm going to do another rectangle. And I still want the area to be 24, but I can't do 8 times 3 to get there, because if I do, I'll have 8 plus 3 plus 8 plus 3 again. I'll have 22 for my perimeter. So I have to pick 2 other numbers. When I multiply them together, I get 24. First 2 numbers that come to mind are 4 and 6. So if I have 4 as my width and 6 as my length, that means this side is 4 and this side is 6. The area of my new rectangle that I just drew is going to be 6, that's my length, times 4, that is my width. And 6 times 4 is 24. So the areas are going to be the same, okay? Same area. However, and that's what I was supposed to do according to this problem, same area. But when I add them up, 6 plus 4 is 10, right? And so this 6 plus 4 is 10. So if I add up this 10 plus 10, I'm going to get a perimeter of 20, which is a different perimeter than this rectangle, which had a perimeter of 22. And the whole purpose of the lesson is just to make sure that you know that area is different than perimeter. And you can actually have two rectangles with the same areas and different perimeters, and the same perimeters, but different areas. So as I said during class, please let me know if you'd like to have this explained to you personally again, or if I can work with you on any other part of this chapter. We can arrange a small group Zoom if there's more than one of you, or we can do a one-to-one, okay? All right, so thank you so much, students, for joining us, and I hope that you're checking out the other other resources on the Culver Classroom website. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.